Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 11 minutes after the hour. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Eva got your front page right here. Good morning.
Top of the morning to you, Rickey Smiley, and good morning to everyone else. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a look at your front page news. So, President Trump sent federal troops into cities where people have been protesting police brutality, and more protests and violence erupted over the weekend. Protesters in Portland fought back with federal agents, and many refused to leave, even after tear gas was used. Peaceful protests also turned into violence in Austin, in Seattle, in Orlando, in Oakland, and Aurora, Colorado. Meanwhile, millions and millions remain without work, and Washington still has not decided on yet another coronavirus relief package. Meanwhile, Vice President Mike Pence and members of the coronavirus task force will be in Miami to check on the progress of a COVID-19 vaccine, which is at the University of Miami. Now, in other news, Hurricane Hannah has hit parts of South Texas over the weekend. Flash flood warnings are still in effect in many areas, so be safe out there, you guys. And last, the body of civil rights icon, Representative John Lewis, was carried across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama, on a horse-drawn carriage yesterday, the site where he was beaten while marching for voting rights 55 years ago. There will be another Lion State service on Wednesday in Atlanta, followed by a funeral service on Thursday. That was a quick look at your headline news. For more front page, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, surprisingly, we have stuff going on in sports. Please update.
Yes, indeed. The Black Lives Matter was all over the sports world over the weekend. Let's start off with the Tampa Bay Rays, Major League Baseball team. They tweeted this statement on opening day to start their season. Today is opening day, which means it's a great day to arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor, which was phenomenal. On the other side of the spectrum, former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani, he went hard on Major League Baseball, saying that the Black Lives Matter supporters in Major League Baseball are disgraceful. Really? Moving on, L.A., the Clippers, the star, one of their stars, Lou Williams, he admits to going to the Atlanta strip club when he left NBA's Disney World bubble to attend a funeral. A picture surfaced on Instagram of him at Magic City strip club. Now, he now has to be in quarantine for 10 days, which will cause him to miss the first 2 games of the restart of the season. He said he was there picking up a to-go order. Only time will tell, man. Last but not least, man, the NFL players who attend high-risk events and contract the coronavirus will not be paid. Yeah. Hey, they do got some good wings, dog. They actually got a meal named after Lou Williams as well at the strip club as well at Magic City.
Right.
But he said I was just there picking up the go order. But anyways, it is what it is. Gary with the T. What you got there, Mike?
All right, y'all. It's a wonderful day, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, y'all, because we get to tell the wonderful, happy couple, Sierra and Mr. Russell Wilson. Congratulations, honey. Sierra gave birth to a beautiful, bouncing baby boy this past weekend, and everybody's excited about the name, and I'm really excited about the name because I'm going to tell y'all what the name really means. Now, she named her wonderful son, little Wynn Harrison Wilson. That's Wynn Harrison Wilson, W-I-N. And let me tell you something, baby. Miss Sierra is winning, honey. She got this man, honey. She done had another baby for him. His contract is $86.7 million, honey. She ain't got to worry about no rap money no more. She ain't got to worry about nothing, honey. She is winning. She done brought this man back home, honey, because he was dating and living with a European woman back in the day. Sierra is winning, so why not name your baby Win? Think about it.
I love it.
Yes. She named... Huh?
I'm not mad at that at all.
No, ma'am, baby. She said, I'm naming this baby Win, honey, because I just won. So she ain't going to be like y'all other broke girls, honey. She said this baby name is going to be Win. Win Harrison is his name. So congratulations, y'all, to Sierra and her wonderful husband, Russell. She has won, and they got a beautiful baby. Now, they got 3 kids, so he has his son, Win, he has his son, Future, and he has his beautiful daughter, Miss Sienna. So congratulations to them. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, honey, is one of the wonderful colors that I like. Is Granny Apple. On the high end, you say Granny Apple, and on the low end, just say beautiful, bright green. That's the color for today. So, Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Tell me what your name is. Chris Brown ain't doing no versus battle with nobody. Coming up in the hot spot, it's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot,
That's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's
the BRAT.
All right, 29 before the top of the hour, y'all. Brad got your hot spot. What up?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. Well, Chris Brown addressed those who feel he should participate in the Versus hit for hit battle. Busta Rhymes recently had a conversation with Swiss Beats on Instagram Live and said that Breezy should go up against Usher. Well, Chris Brown seemed to have responded to that Instagram and said, only Versus I'ma do is Chris Brown versus Chris Breezy. I'm not in competition with nobody but myself. So Usher and Chris Brown began trending on Twitter shortly after Breezy made it clear that he doesn't want to compete with anybody in a Versus battle except himself. I mean, who else could Chris Brown really go up against? He's had hits since he started. Not saying other people haven't, but I mean, his hits have been like #1 hits constantly. What y'all think? Who could he go against?
Maybe R. Kelly.
Moving on.
You asked.
Moving on, y'all. Kanye West has apologized to his wife, Kim Kardashian, following his recent Twitter rant where he exposed some of their personal business. He said, I would like to apologize to my wife, Kim, for going public with something that was a private matter. I did not cover her like she has covered me. To Kim, I want to say, I know I hurt you. Please forgive me. Thank you for always being there for me. And he also acknowledged his behavior, and it comes after Kim trying to take a doctor, I guess, to him to get him locked up with a doctor to talk to a doctor. He also said that he'd been trying to divorce his wife since Meek Mill at the Waldorf for the prison reform thing. So he apologized, and he also apologized for her, him saying that she was considering terminating her pregnancy. That is very, very private information. So I'm glad he apologized, but it shouldn't have happened in the first place. Anyway, in other news, Kanye said he can beat Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden in the upcoming election with write-in votes. He tweeted this on Saturday, July 25th. I will beat Biden off of write-in 2020 vision. He also added later, I can beat Biden off write-ins again at 2020, hashtag 2020 vision.
So is this goal to beat Biden or to beat Trump? Because I thought he loved Donald Trump so much, and now you want to beat Biden like he just being like is he trying to secure the Democrat, become the Democratic nominee, or like?
He already thought he couldn't make it no more. Already thought it was too late and all of that. So why is he still?
And you don't have no delegates and none of that stuff. Ain't nobody studying nothing Kanye West talking about with his crazy self. You need to go. I ain't mean to call him. I apologize. You need to go get help.
Yeah,
because every vote counts in this election. We don't need nobody coming in there splitting everybody up and doing all this stuff.
Election
Absolutely.
of our lifetime.
We got a white supremacist in the White House, and everything is on the line. We hoping Ruth Bader Ginsburg survive, up until Donald Trump. She's hanging on or whatever. Just so much going on, civil unrest, and he out here doing this.
Right. Well, coming up next, y'all, we got Rock T's Joke of the Day, and we got them wake-up calls. Hit us up at 1-866-9-RICKY, them wake-up calls. That's 1-866-9-RICKEY. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, y'all.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time. Time for Rock T's Joke of the Day. Here we go. Joke of the Day. Joke of the Day. Joke of the Day. All right, Rock, it's got to be funny. It's got to be funny.
Got a few questions to ask you guys.
Okay.
Have you ever heard or seen a mousetrap?
Yes.
Have you ever seen a roach motel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you seen mothballs?
Yeah.
How in the world do you get them little bitty legs open?
Man.
Come on, Eva.
That might have been your best ever, Rock.
How the hell that was funny?
Say what, Special K? Say what, Special K?
I said that might have been your best ever, man. How you get those little legs open?
From a mothball?
Wow.
Gary,
Somebody think about it.
Gary.
Huh?
Wow.
I'm trying to
Get it, Gary?
No, I don't get it.
He said, how did you see those? Have you ever seen mothballs?
Yeah, I saw.
Yes.
Yes, a mothball.
How you get his little bitty legs open? To get between them all.
You don't get it, Gary?
No.
You don't get it, Gary?
No, I don't get it.
More Rickey Smiley morning show coming up. We got Dr. MJ Collier. Dr. MJ Collier coming up next, man. You can call right now.
Brad, you get it?
8669 Ricky. 8669 RCKEY. Rickey Smiley morning show. All right, so Rickey Smiley morning show. We got the one and only Dr. MJ Collier with our COVID-19 update. Dr. Collier, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley and all the Rickey Smiley Morning Show listeners. We're here with your coronavirus update for Monday, July 27th. And let me tell you, since Friday, we have increased the number of cases from 4.19 million to 4.31 million, and we are rapidly approaching 150,000 deaths. So based on the increase in cases across the United States, Dr. Deborah Birx, who's the Trump administration's coronavirus response coordinator, stated that we should start instituting more closures. And what she recommended was that states need to close bars and to decrease indoor gatherings to less than 10 and to decrease social gatherings to less than 10 to really make it possible to control the pandemic, because bars and younger people seem to be the primary natives for this. And so restricting those activities is probably going to be the only way. And those will be minor restrictions. If we don't do something and do it quickly, we're going to end up going back to where we were, because we have literally lost every benefit that we had from being on total lockdown for 2 months. And now the United States is worse than any other country in the world as far as dealing with this pandemic. So one of the other things, Ricky.
And why is that, Dr. Collier? Because they won't wear masks?
Because they won't wear masks. Individuals, it was a slow response and mixed messages coming from the coronavirus task force, the White House, and people, they're still pushed back on wearing masks. But now that it's been embraced somewhat by the White House, the pushback is less. But we're still hearing stories about, say, people going to stores, et cetera, and being asked to put on a mask and becoming even violent. Saying this is, infringing on their individual rights, and they have the right not to wear a mask. What they don't have the right to, and no one does, is to impact negatively the health of other people. Your rights stop when you start to impact other people's rights. And so that's what we really have to start to embrace here. Even in Vietnam, which had the best control over the virus, now they had gotten down to zero for over 100 days. They just had new cases, and they're going back to very strict restrictions at this time.
Wow. And Dr. Collier, let everybody know how one of the reasons, one of the ways they could stay safe, by keeping your immune system up, because I read that 2% of people that contact coronavirus die. But talk about just a little bit about the pre-existing conditions and how it affects everything, and if your immune system is up and you catch coronavirus.
Well, absolutely. If you have a boosted immune system, your chances of having severe disease will be very, very limited. So we highly recommend that you do just that. People that have pre-existing conditions such as high blood pressure, diabetes, even obesity is a really high risk factor. And all of us have that 15 to 20 pounds that we need to lose. So I recommend boosting your immune system. One of the ways to do it, if you don't want to take a lot of pills, is a combination product like Lipoimmune. It has 3 things in it. It's got zinc, it's got liposomal vitamin C, and elderberry extract. That's a really good bang for your buck for one tablet. But again, the number one most recommended supplement, bar none, is vitamin D at a dose of 5,000 international units per day. That's highly informed by the CDC and the World Health Organization, and it shows without question that it boosts your immune system. And zinc, which boosts your immune system from the very first tablet. So you want to supplement those things to give yourself a fighting chance. But remember, wash your hands for 30 seconds, washing up to the elbow, including the backs of the hands and the fingertips. Wear your mask. Don't be nosy. Don't show your nose. And cover your eyes. Cover your eyes. People are now starting to embrace the fact that they need to wear goggle-type Oakley-style glasses to cover their eyes, and that gives them the greatest protection options.
All right, Dr. Collier, let everybody know how you can be reached.
You can reach me on all social media at ASK Dr. MJ, but go to the website, lipodrops.com, LIPODROPS, to get your information about boosting your immune system. And as always, this is the opinion of Dr. MJ Collier, not that of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show or its radio affiliates.
I'm telling everybody, make sure if you don't do nothing else he said, take the 5,000 milligrams of vitamin D every single day for the rest of your life. They fight things that causes cancer. Yeah, am I right? Am I correct on that, Dr. Collier?
You are absolutely. Multiple studies have shown, and it's the first thing that happens when a person is diagnosed with cancer, that cancer doctors put them on vitamin D supplementation. But you can stop that from happening so you don't get the cancers. But it's been shown to reduce the rates of breast cancer in women, prostate cancer in men, colon cancer in both.
There it is, y'all. The one and only Dr. MJ Collier, y'all. I got your front page coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 3 minutes after the hour, y'all. The segment's being brought to you by My Computer Career. That's right, y'all. If you don't absolutely love what you do, make sure you go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. August Alsina. I'm hoping this is the last story I talk about this man because I'm getting sick of him. But August is making a statement and he's letting the world know, y'all, that he is still in love with Jada Pinkett Smith. They asked the question, he did an interview with Lil Wayne, and he said, yes, he still loves her. He said, because all the stuff that they went through and the stuff that she taught him, he said, yes, he still loves her, and he's going to always love her. Now, my thing is, that's disrespectful to that woman's husband. How could he say that? I mean, how could a person just publicly say that after we all know what they went through and how it all went down and stuff like that, and you still out here talking as a man about you still love that man's wife? I mean, is that normal?
A real Mitch.
It's something, because I'm like...
It's time to stop talking about it. Because as you can see, Will and Jada are back together, and they're working things out, and everything is fine. So, yeah, I think you're right, Gary.
Do y'all think they kids have August Alsina in their playlist on their iPod?
Oh, Jesus.
You stupid.
You never... Oh, no, not after this.
Not anymore.
No, sir.
It's been deleted.
Smash your mama.
Oh, my God. But he needs to...
They stepdad in a way.
Yeah, well... It could be, but that's just not a good look. And I feel bad for Jada right now, and I feel bad for Will because he got to endure
I don't think he was saying that he was in love with her. I was just thinking he was saying that he still loves her. And it's
he don't need to love her. You don't need to tell us that, Eva. I don't want to hear that.
It's the truth, though, Gary. You dated people that you're no longer with, and you're not romantically involved, but you still love them.
But I'm not telling the world that.
He kind of just need to say, I don't have no comment on it.
You got a point.
Hush your mouth.
Time to just stop talking about it.
Yeah, that man they got to make.
So y'all saying you say he need to hush his mouth?
Yes, hush his mouth.
Hush. Yeah.
Honey, back in the day they would quiet him, honey, but right now it's a different story. But anyway, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Actress Nia Long, she is one of the most beautiful women, y'all, in Hollywood, y'all. And everybody's talking about this girl ain't never been married. Now she's been engaged, y'all, on and off for more than 7 years. And Nia is speaking out regarding this. She said, "Now, yes, I was engaged to actor Messiah Dorsey." She said decades ago, and the two of them share a son together. She said, but for the last 10 years, they said the actress has been in a relationship with retired NBA player Ime Udoka. Now they said 5 years ago, Nia and her baby daddy, honey, Ime, got engaged, but the famous couple has, as of yet to tie. Now she went on and said, "Y'all, first of all, honey, I'm not worried about being married." Now she said, "Love is complicated." She said, "Let's just start there." She also said, "And then you start a marriage." She said, "Which I've never been married, and there's a reason for that because I don't know, honey, that I need to say I do to prove to you that I love you." She said, "But also, what does marriage really mean?" She said, "That you own me now and I own you." She said, "I don't get that part." And that's true. I don't think people need to get married. You just need to just be together, be couples or what have you and stuff until get Oprah and ready to set the stage for her. She been with what's his name? Stedman for 100 years. And they ain't got married. So why do people have to get married? I mean, don't get married. How you get married? You should divorce.
For different folks. If you want to and that's what you want to do, then by all means. But I don't think it's a requirement or it makes you less than if you're not married.
Yeah, but I mean, Oprah doing it. I mean, the world should follow because everybody loves Oprah, honey. She's the queen of all things. So if she ain't got married, why should you?
Told you to stop whipping your kids, and now they out of control. They fighting at football games and everything else. So,
Yeah, well,
ain't right about everything.
Yeah, not everything, just some things, like they say. And then my final story, y'all, it's a very sad day, y'all, for Milano. I don't know if y'all heard the shocking news, y'all, but Meek Mill, y'all, had put on Twitter, y'all, that he and Milano, or no, his baby mama Milano, are no longer together. He said, we know they ain't together.
Oh, no, not the new girl.
The new girl. He said, me and Milano decided to remain friends and build our child as separate parents. He said, we still have mad love for each other, but we both came to an understanding. Now, he also announced that the Milano, honey, you know, they were on item, honey, back in the day and what have you and stuff. And you know, that when he was going with Nicki Minaj and stuff, and when him and Nicki got to this big argument, Milano was in the car with him pregnant, and she had to see all that go down and stuff like that. He said he really didn't like that. But right now, he and Milano are no longer together. He said, so keep them lifted up in prayer. So she's a pretty girl, honey. Why she with? Well, I ain't say why she with. But anyway, yeah, she's a pretty girl.
Don't do that. Future's a handsome guy. Don't do that.
Who, Meek? Gary.
Oh, really?
I mean, excuse me. Yeah, Meek. Meek's a handsome guy. Very handsome.
Peach.
Well, Milano.
Gary,
huh?
Gary, you said why she with him?
That was a Freudian slip. But anyway, congratulations. And they have a child together. It's amazing how he said they're going to build their child together separately. So that's interesting. So they build our child as separate parents. That's neat. So congratulations.
It's called co-parenting, Gary. A lot of people do.
Well, why he said build? So that's the new term?
It sounds good. It sounds good. Build.
She handled business being with him, Gary. Why?
The color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Granny Apple. On the high end, you say Granny Apple, and on the low, just say beautiful, bright green. That's your color for today. Congratulations, everybody.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the team. All right, I got your wake-up calls on the phone lines are wide open. Go ahead and call me now. You got your wake-up calls. 866-9-RICKEY. Wake-up calls coming up. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right. Here we go.
Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. They woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, go and be better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
This is Big Lynn, everybody's friend, calling all dump truck driver. Wake up.
I catch him for Columbus, Ohio. I want to tell my husband, Oris, wake up.
Out to all the bros. Wake up.
Yeah, this is Maurice Goldsby from Cincinnati, Ohio. I want to wake up my sister Annie. She's a frontline worker at Rosedale Manor. My brother Jay, wake up.
This is my man, Big G, calling from Alabama. I like to wake up Black Tony and Gary with the T. I heard y'all sleeping together.
This is Amber Curry calling from Texas. I want to wake up everybody. Wake up.
Gang of city tuned in, locked in. What's yours? 'Cause we gon' let them know. Come on, Charleston, wake up. Baton Rouge, wake up. Tallahassee said, wake up. Wake up. Come on, Montgomery, wake up. Columbus, wake up. In Albany, wake up. Wake up.
Hey, appreciate that, Brad.
You welcome, Ricky.
There it is. I got church in 60 seconds with Pastor Fred up next. You don't want to miss it. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, church in 60 seconds with the one and only Pastor Fred.
Hey. Do you really want to hurt me?
Yes.
Do you really want to make me cry? Saints and ain'ts.
Come on.
Those that can and those that can't.
Well.
Brother Ricky, had a talk with a young lady the other day. Just got out of a relationship. Should have gotten out of years ago.
Come on now.
She was so upset. And she told me what she told him. And she said, well, all the time that I was loving you, you were busy loving yourself.
Oh, that's a word.
She said, I would have stopped breathing if you told me to. That's what she said.
Come on now.
But now you're busy loving someone else 11 years out of my life. Besides the kids, I don't have nothing to show. Wasted my years. A fool of a wife.
All right.
And I should have left you behind a long time ago.
Yes.
But what she said. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not going to cry.
Come on.
I'm gonna shed no tears. I cried my last tear yesterday. I'm not gonna cry. I'm tired of crying. Should have left you behind a long time ago. Somebody's tired of crying. You need to get up and go. You need to get up and run for your life. Say I'll pick you up.
There it is, y'all. Y'all give it up, church, in 60 seconds with Pastor Fred. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Chicken and waffle mix up next. All right, what's up, Black Tony? What's up? Start the music. What's up, Black Tony? What you want, man? Not coming to work today? Why you late? Hello?
Because I woke up late.
You woke up late?
Why you don't call me in the morning and wake me up?
That's not my... Hold on. Don't nobody call and wake me up. That's not nobody's responsibility to wake a grown-ass man up to go to work, Black Tony.
You can't call your fucking wake them up. Make sure they up. This on you. It's your fault.
So your phone going in and out. What?
I'm just not waking up, so this your fault because you don't call me and wake me up. So you got my number. All you got to do is call me and say, Black Tony, you need to get up so you come to work.
No, bro, I'm barely able to make it myself, get myself up to go to work. I can't be responsible for you and me. I gave you an opportunity, bro.
Set your alarm.
I'm saying, I'm just not waking up. So why you going to jump in and ain't nobody ask you nothing? Jump in and set your alarm. You set your damn alarm. Set your own alarm. So I'm just saying, you should jump into grown man business. Ain't nobody ask you nothing.
Bro, why you going on? Why you calling up here?
I made it to work on time.
Because I'm in a bad mood this morning because I took too many. My stomach hurts. I took too many of them, what you call it? I took too many things with, what he be talking about.
You took those probiotics?
No, I took the other thing, the vitamin.
Yeah, the vitamin D.
Yeah, D.
Yeah, it must have been the probiotic. That's the only thing that's going to get your stomach going like that, the probiotics.
No, it wasn't the probiotic. It was them D's.
How many you take?
How many you got? I took 2 of them.
I mean, what's the problem? Say what?
I took 2 of them D's.
D what?
D.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth.
It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is 6 minutes after the hour. Gary got the tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Soul singer Miss Janelle Monae, y'all. They say, baby, she made all the Twitter feminists so happy, y'all. Recently, y'all, when she called out rappers, honey, for using misogynist lyrics in their music. Well, now they're saying a week later, baby, those same Twitter feminists are blasting this girl, honey, for being a hypocrite. Now, they saying why they blast her? They say because of Snoop Dogg. They say, now, baby, Snoop hosted that Versus battle, y'all, and they say when, honey, most of his lyrics, honey, most of his graphic song, Inches Ain't Nothing, came on. They say, baby, Miss Janelle jumped in the comment praising the Cali rapper. They say, baby, she was bopping to the beat, honey, from that song. So they say, honey, on Twitter a few weeks ago, baby, they say, Janelle tweeted, I really only ever want to hear rapping I really only want to hear women rapping. The amount of misogyny for most of the men in rap and music is infuriating, honey. And then she said she had some more to say, y'all. Then she said misogyny, y'all, never been okay, yet it has become normalized. Women don't create it, y'all did. She said, so you do the work to abolish it. And then they said she went on to talk about her that she was triggered and gaslit by the music she listened to and how she's ready to move on from it. Even adding, y'all, that her and her girls still dance to the music despite the lyrics, honey. Brad, did you have you heard from Janelle?
No.
So what you think about that?
What do everybody think about that? That is a good topic.
I mean, it's kind of tough because we grew up to Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we grew up singing that. So I really don't think she's talking about him from before. That's like saying something about NWA. Like she may be talking about these newer people that's rhyming.
Absolutely. And I think she's just talking about being more conscious about what you speak about. You know, like you said, NWA and back in the day, that was all political and talking about what was going on in the hood and with the police. And so nowadays we have the opportunity to talk about other things. And I think Janelle would like to hear men, you know, uplift the community a little bit more.
But how you gonna sit here and say, honey, rappers and stuff, and you gonna just section out Snoop them? She talking about them too. She talking about all of them. She talking about all the rappers and stuff that's misogynist with say the things about women or what have you and stuff. But she just got caught, honey, because this girl like, oh, wait a minute, girl, now you just praised Snoop. You just talked about the stuff that he said.
But let's try this, Gary. We do it too, though, in our own songs. I listen to Trina. I listen to Meg Thee Stallion. I mean, the lyrics are the same stuff that the men are saying.
But you're not saying, but you're not speaking out saying, oh, that's just misogyny. You're not going up against it. You like it, and you're just sticking with it. You're not saying
that's
that
my point.
Well, she said, well, now, she shouldn't say that then. If you like it, girl, don't say
I really
nothing.
think she's referring to newer stuff today.
Well, why you going to what
because it has no foundation. It has no nothing. We know about Snoop. He been here forever. We know his journey. We know what he's been through. Like, he came out like that. So,
Talk
like,
about it, Brad.
These newer people, they just saying it to say it, to be disrespectful, to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, now, if you have a story and a meaning behind it, and you put in some work and some time and you done earned your stripes, then that's, to me, that's a different story. Because I cuss and I ain't gonna stop.
Oh my God!
So
I go to church.
I go to church, and the best cusses is in church. What is you talking about?
Gary, you clutch your pearls, didn't you?
I know, because she got me scared. But anyway, child, yeah, well, we gonna see, honey.
Whatever, Gary.
Honey, but the girls that got on this girl.
I didn't see you in the cat fight, Gary. You ain't scared.
And I curse too. But I mean, it's just the best words come out of cursing. But anyway, moving on. Let's move on to other things. Jordan Woods, honey, and her mama. Oh my God! Not even these are your California girls. It's been reported that Jordan and her mama Elizabeth revealed their new Brazilian butts, honey. They're saying that Jordan and her mama both got butts, honey, underwent a Brazilian butt lift, baby. Now they're saying y'all that the BBL is the most popular plastic surgery procedure among black women. Now, according to 2019, they say report more than 10,000 BBL surgeries are performed on black women in America each year. Now, congratulations goes out to them, but now a lot of people saying that, you know, Jordan kind of faded to black with the Kardashians, but the new person that's going up against America's family, as they call them, is Miss Larsa Pippen. Now, that's Scottie Pippen's ex-wife to be. Now, they're saying y'all that the Kardashians have erased her from memory. They say they don't want to remember this tramp because it's being alleged that Miss Larsa allegedly slept with Tristan. Which is Chloe's boyfriend, and I believe it, child. You know, they all just sleep with each other. And you know, she loved Scottie because she was tired of that big nose, so she said, "Let me go to another man."
Don't do that, Gary.
What you
don't do that, Gary.
Well, the thing is that Larsa was very vocal about the whole Jordan Wood scandal with Tristan, only to find out that Larsa had her own little scandal.
Oh, your like, good friend, the Cruz.
She's like, child, whatever, honey. She said, let me go ahead
and watch little Scottie Pippen.
She was sick of that big nose, honey. Look at him looking like Big Bird, honey, like a pet. So, honey, this girl like trying to have my babies, honey, and then got my coins, girl. So, okay. So she like, child, let me move on, honey. So Miss Larson grabbed her things, honey, and got her check and left, honey. But anyway, we're going to keep all parties lifted up in our prayer, and everything is going to be okay. All right, the Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kahluas. My Kahlua today is Granny Apple. On the high end, you say Granny Apple, and on the low, just say beautiful, bright green. That's your Kahlua for us.
You ain't right, Gary. You ain't right.
He said Woody Woodpecker.
Baby, you got tired of being pecked.
Oh, Gary.
Gary.
Oh, you ain't right, Gary. Oh, Lord.
Y'all give it up for Gary with a T. This segment's being brought to you by Cricket. That's right. Smile. You're on Cricket. 12 minutes after the hour. Y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news.
It's what's trending now.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. This thing was being brought to you by My Computer Career. That's right. If you don't absolutely love what you do, make sure you go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen, man, you know her. from her iconic role as Maxine Shaw on Living Single. Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, and she is the co-founder of Color Farm Media. Please welcome Erica Alexander to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for the invite. So glad to be with y'all. Good morning.
Thank you for coming on. Happy to have you.
Yes, sir. To my pleasure. I was hyped about this one. I'm like, what's going on there? I made the cut.
Well, this is really special this morning because memorial ceremonies honoring the life and legacy of Congressman John Lewis and his tireless dedication to civil rights in this country continue on today. And your specific media company recently released a documentary entitled John Lewis, Good Trouble. And the timing could not be more appropriate, Erica. Please tell us about the film and how it came about.
Well, I campaigned with the congressman in 2016, Diana Presley and Stacey Abrams, Stacey Abrams there. And it was like a dream team. We did it with John Lewis in Atlanta, and I had the privilege to travel around Georgia, learn from John Lewis. We call it How to Be Young, Gifted, and Black in the South in American Politics. And he was such a wonderful teacher. He was a very patient host. He was a gentleman. He was OG, opened up the doors, helped us up the steps. So it was really cool. His constituent services representative is my friend, and she knew I'd started Color Farm Media production company with my partner, Ben Arnon, and wanted me to help out on the project. And so I said, sure, I'll do whatever I can. Turns out that project needed a director, Dawn Porter, who did Bobby Kennedy for President, with her producing partner, Laura Michael Chisholm. We talked to them, and they said, you know what, we're working on our own John Lewis documentary. So we said, well, why don't we, hook up and do it together? And believe it or not, people say Black people don't work together, but it happens all the time. So we decided to collaborate, and this film is the result that came out of it. And so I'm really happy that it happened, and so blessed to have been a part of his life in this way.
I know, and we're happy that it happened too, girl. So while working on the film, what was the one thing that you were surprised to learn about Congressman Lewis?
Hey, love. How you doing, love? You know what? I think I was surprised to find out how young he was when he started to do this. He was very young.
Right.
We don't think of them as young, but they all were. He was 17 when he wrote Martin Luther King and asked him to join a class action suit because he was being discriminated against. He couldn't get into the university of his choice. He decided not to do that, although when Martin Luther King, his answer was that he sent John Lewis a bus ticket, and John Lewis showed up, and he came in the room, and Martin Luther King said, "Is that the boy from Troy?" And he said, Reverend King, I am John Robert Lewis. And that's how they met. He went on at 19 to start with SNCC and the Freedom Riders and go down there to desegregate the lunch counters in Tennessee and Memphis. And then by 23, he was the youngest speaker at the March on Washington. So just so you know, they were very strategic. They taught themselves. They planned this. Reverend James Lawson, who still teaches nonviolence philosophy here in Los Angeles, he was training them, all of them, but they were all very young. So the fact that we got to see him grow up and get old and even pass away was a very subversive move for people who, many of them, didn't live past 40.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow. So what does his legacy represent to you, Erica?
Love, I think that, for one thing, I want to give my condolences to all of y'all because he was all of ours. And we're going to all miss him. What it represents to me is that it shows that how wonderful and great Black people are. Because Good Trouble is the act of living an example of courage and faith through right action. He famously says it is, if you see something that's wrong or not fair, not right, you must do something, say something, speak up, get into trouble, good trouble. And he called it necessary trouble. So we're blessed to have been able to hear him talk and tell a story in his own words. But, there were a lot of people who wanted to participate in that documentary. He's very loved and respected. He's one of America's greatest heroes. And I think we should all see him as one of our founding fathers of America.
Yes. Absolutely. And you know what, Erica, a lot of people people might not know, but you have been on the front lines of politics and civil rights and trying to make this work. I've sat in meetings with you and Michael Skolnick. So where can people follow you? Because you have the information.
I didn't know
what's going on.
Erica, I didn't know. I'm just like, this Maxine.
No, Erica Alexander. I've done surrogate work with her for Bernie Sanders, for Hillary Clinton. Erica does not play. She's the first at the meeting and the last one to leave. So how can people find you to check out what's going on?
Well, you should, I'm at Erica Alexander. Great on Instagram and, E-Alex. Great on Twitter. But you should know, thank you for saying that, too. It's a wonderful compliment. I appreciate that. And it's all right, Brad. You didn't know.
We're so proud of you, though. I'm so proud of you, though. Like, oh, my God.
Thank you.
Some people go on and they just chill and they live off of being who their personality was or their character was. But you've moved on to do amazing things. And this John Lewis tribute, I cannot wait to see it. You made me want to know more and more and more.
Please, no, thank you. I appreciate it. Listen, I want to let your audience know that my company, Color Farm Media, which y'all mentioned, has partnered with Google on a Google News initiative. So it's like a fully remote 8-week boot camp, and there's training 24 teams of news entrepreneurs. So if you're interested in starting a news business, you go to Color Farm Media and click on the Google Startups Lab and apply, because this is the thing. It's exactly what you said, is that we don't have enough news in our solid coverage, like in regional, south, rural, all that. And so I think the lack of news contributed to the real danger in this country is misinformation. So they're trying to make sure that people feel that they can be part of the news collection and make newsrooms about whatever they want. So that's what I'm trying to do right now with Color Farm Media. But I was blessed that once I showed up, people took me seriously as a surrogate. I learned the issues. I didn't just go there to pair to do a photo op. And more importantly, once I finished the candidates in an initiative or whatever, I showed up, people would invite me back. Reverend Horace Sheffield of Detroit would invite me back. Might invite me back. I'd speak to people about suicide. I go there to learn and be of service. And it's very difficult for many of these organizations. Don't have money. They need celebrity interaction to get their word out. So I try to be helpful where I can, because that's how I think you should live your life. You can't always give back money. And if there were times where I didn't have that kind of dose, but I always donated my time, and my contribution to that was real. So it built up, I think, a frame of mind that people could depend on me. So that's how
thank you, Erica, girl. You holding it down. You know what I'm saying?
We are.
Thank you.
We are
Thank you, Brad.
Yeah, we are so proud of you, and make sure y'all watch John Lewis, Good Trouble. Erica Alexander, thank you so much for your hard work, and we appreciate you calling in this morning.
They can go to www.johnlewisgoodtrouble.com and it'll link them right to where they can see it. And thank you, Ricky, for giving me this opportunity, and all of us the opportunity to get in good trouble with you. You get in a lot of good trouble. And my best to your daughter. My best to your daughter. I heard about what happened to her. My heart's with you, and I'm so I so love what you do and what y'all represent for the community and the nation. Thank you.
Hey, Erica, thank you so much. That means a lot. I really appreciate you. We love you, and we're going to definitely be supporting you. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up and show your love for Erica Alexander. All right, y'all, we're going to be talking to Marc Morial coming up later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the former mayor of New Orleans and former Louisiana State Senator, now National Urban League President and CEO. Y'all give it up for Marc Morial.
Good morning to Rickey Smiley and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. This is Marc Morial, and this is the state of Black America. I'm issuing a warning to Black America this morning. If you've heard of the name Operation Legend, this is the Trump administration's plan to send federal agents into cities to quote-unquote deal with gun violence. Well, what it really is an exploitation of the death of 4-year-old Legend Taliaferro, who was fatally wounded as he slept when someone opened fire on his home. Earlier this month, I got together with Gwen Grant, dynamic leader of the Urban League of Greater Kansas City, to warn that sending federal agents into her city would make a bad situation worse. Operation Legend is a disaster and a pretext for federal troops to go attack peaceful protesters. Now, Attorney General William Barr, Trump's lawyer, in an effort to make it seem successful and to justify his expansion, announced that federal agents have made 200 arrests in Kansas City. False. There's only been one, and it wasn't even in Kansas City, but in a suburb. When Operation Legend was announced, I said it is the height of cynicism for an administration that has done everything to put more guns on the street, to then use the resulting violence as an excuse to clamp down on the community. Crime rises when the community distrusts law enforcement. Not the mayor of Kansas City, not the mayor of Portland. No mayor across the nation has asked for this kind of help from the Trump administration. And it is failing. In Portland, agents didn't come in to fight gun violence. They tear-gassed and beat peaceful protesters, detaining people without probable cause. And that may be the point. Perhaps this is all about re-election and confrontations to scare suburban voters. But it's backfiring. In Portland, women set up a wall of moms to protect protesters from the federal agents. And some dads brought their leaf blowers to blow back tear gas. Now, gun violence, we know, is a complex problem. We need gun safety. We need more positive things for our youth. And if the administration wanted to do something, they would take some constructive steps. Watch out, Operation Legend may be coming to your town. Mayor Lori Lightfoot of Chicago and many other mayors have said unequivocally, we don't need you, we don't want you here. Do not send your federal troops to our city without our permission. That is the state of Black America, and it's a warning, beware. We must mask up, count up.
Hey, Mark, I have one question. Mark, I have one question. Could like, if Lori Lightfoot don't want the federal agent in Chicago, could the police arrest federal agent? Did they see them doing something? What is the law on that?
So let me tell you, the law may not necessarily be clear, but under the law and under the Constitution, police powers belong to the mayors. It belongs to the state. And Ricky, this is so unprecedented. No president has ever sent in troops, federal troops, without the permission of the governor or the mayor, or in some instances, unless they were enforcing a valid federal court order. This is unprecedented. That's why we've got to send a strong message at the ballot box in the fall.
Yeah, there's a dictatorship on the way. So, we got to make sure that we go out in big numbers and vote. Man, thank you so much, man. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Ricky, good to see you. See you next week.
Hey, can't wait to hear from you next week, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, Marc Morial.
To all the hard-working women and everyday super moms, we got a little something for you. It's Eva's Corner on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You damn right, Eva Marcel Pig Ford. What you got this morning?
Well, Ricky, I have a very serious question. Who is the money boss in your house, or is there? So the question about does money matter in a relationship, that's an absolute no-brainer. Obviously, money matters, right? Because you need money to make life go around. But the question is when you get married, who controls the money? Who's the money boss? Now, I feel like gender roles and assignments have changed drastically from like the 50s and 60s, right? When our grandparents, my grandmother was a housewife. My mother, however, was super woman's lib and went to college and got her degrees and, ran businesses and stuff like that. So it's a little different than it used to be. So the question is, especially for people that are newly in relationships, how do you distinguish who runs the money? Is it the person that has the most money? Like he who holds the gold makes the rules?
Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean,
what do you think?
For me, I don't like paying bills and being bothered with all that stuff. And if I was married, I would definitely allow my hopefully business-minded wife to, to take those responsibilities and set up a budget.
That's smart.
Because, men, we just go and get it. We don't try to see if it's on sale. We just want to get it and get out of there.
So whoever the better steward of the money is, you think, like whoever is better with the money, even if they're not the one that makes the most money?
Right. Yeah. Right.
That makes
they can
sense.
budget. and put you on a budget because you might have the talent of making the money but not managing it.
Absolutely.
And you have a good
put
wife
you on a
that knows how.
budget.
Yeah, you know, like I might make
thing.
right. Thinking about long term. Say, hey, babe, you know, when you retire now, you know the same. You're not going to have the same income, so we need to stack. You know, so
okay. So this is a
help you out
question.
with that. Yeah.
What about big purchases? So you make good money, Ricky. Say your wife also makes good money, but you guys are married and you want to make a big purchase. Do you have to not necessarily ask permission, but must you consult with your significant other before you make that purchase?
Absolutely.
Out of respect?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Really? So I can't go buy a new couch?
No, you should at least.
I mean, you can go, but just let him know.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not about the money. Is he gonna like the couch? Well, Mike, what do you think about this couch? Mike, is this couch okay? Are you comfortable with that couch? What do you think?
See, why I have to ask all them questions?
Because if you get a couch in there and it's ugly, he got to look at it too, girl. He don't want to see no ugly couch, so you should get his opinion as well. Like if he liked the couch or not, and maybe y'all could pick one together. So it'd be like, oh, baby, we picked a nice couch together.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
And speaking of couch, Gary need to get rid of that couch. Got him yelling on that. That couch look like it sit up in Smith and Gasson funeral home lobby. That old ass couch. Why do you have that couch? And then you be making videos. You be all on Facebook, all on YouTube with that old ass couch. And you sit up
It's got a little dent in it.
Right.
But guess what? The cute thing about it is I don't have to answer nobody. So, baby, this is my couch, like Miss Ross said. It's my house.
Well, go get another one. Go get another one. Go to at least get an IKEA.
If you had a man, Gary, could he bring another couch in there, or could he get rid of your couch?
If I don't have nobody, you can't bring them up in my house, my couch, because the first thing is that when you separate, they take the couch with them, and I ain't got no couch.
Gary, what? But like even as a single man, you know, go get you a new couch though, because you need to stop posting videos and stuff on Instagram with that couch. I'm talking about, like, my kids, like, complained one time, babysitter for me. They was like, we don't like sitting on that couch.
They didn't like that's why I put
and then you had the nerve to throw a sheet over the couch. Like, my kids nasty when you babysit it for me that time. Like, something wrong with me. Like, my kids got lice or something.
No, it's not
a sheet on the couch.
No, it's not a sheet. What is called? It's called a couch cover.
And but you take it off on all your Instagram videos. But when my kids came over there, you put the cover on the couch like my kids got lice.
Well, it's not so much they got lice. I knew they was dirty. But so I'm like, I can't be sitting on my couch, baby. I go to your daddy's house and rumble on his couch. You can't rumble over here. So they govern themselves accordingly.
So you saying my kids are dirty?
Well, they just weren't the cleanest. Nah. And they understood.
Yeah, they do play outside. My kids did play outside all the time.
That's good. Kids are supposed to play outside.
Right. So yeah, that is a good topic though. But yeah, let the money manager.
I think your advice was the best. It's all about communication and figuring out who is the best about it. And every family and every situation looks different. You figure out what works for you, so y'all
but
can.
Y'all know what? Let me be honest with y'all though.
Be honest.
My daddy bought everything. He showed it to my mama. So he picked out everything because he worked and he bought everything and put it in the house. My mama didn't like it, but when he died, she got everything she wanted. But when he was well, I'm just being honest. Because she couldn't pick out nothing.
Has your mama out there like Celia from The Color Purple? I just laid her while he on top of me, and I look at that lady on that picture say, maybe what he do to me, he do to her. That's Lady Sugar Avery on that picture.
I know my cousins going to say, hey, Nelson, you heard what Gary said about you?
All right, y'all, songs that be in your head all day.
I can't get it.
Right there. That's the best part of that song.
Boy, that song gonna be in your head all day. And it goes a little something like this.
All right, man, go ahead and drop it, man. Songs that'll be in your head all day. Remember this right here. Here you go, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You're all a real man can need.
Oh, man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, lover, who was you in love with when that song came out? What did it take you back to? What did it remind you of, Brett?
Man, it reminds remind me of high school, man. Just driving around with the person you with. I was with somebody else's little boyfriend back in high school, and I was singing to him. I was looking at him saying, "This is more than a crush, baby. We gonna have to scoot on up out of there. I'm next."
And you dated somebody that had a car?
Yeah. He was a senior. I was a freshie.
A freshman? You was a senior?
Freshie?
Oh, my mama sure didn't know. I would have so got in trouble. More than a crush, baby.
Your grandma didn't know about that, did
Now, you know my grandmama didn't know.
Y'all was apostolic.
I was apostolic. I used to wear skirts when I left home and then take it off and have my biking shorts on underneath.
Your boxers?
No, biking shorts back then. Biking shorts.
Gary?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't do it.
Biking
Gary, who was
shorts so I
you
can
in
show
love?
my body. Shut up, Gary.
That big old body.
Hey, Gary, what does that song remind you of?
Child, please, honey. I didn't even like that song, honey, because it was too slow. I wouldn't be no damn body.
Gary, oh my God.
I wouldn't be nobody.
Take me back, Rod T.
Oh, man, shoot. When I got my first LL Cool J Kango and went back to school, I just knew my whole game changed with the ladies, man. And I was taking the lyrics from this song, and that was my new, that's how I was spit game to the girls back then.
Right. Right. Eva.
Man, this song reminds me of baby hair and bamboo earrings. It reminds me of being in middle school, and we didn't even know what we were singing about. I didn't know what love was or what a real crush was.
Nope.
And this is a song you couldn't really sing in front of your mama because she was like, girl, you don't know what you're talking about.
And y'all were just trying to get an extra milk on your tray in the lunchroom.
Exactly. I ain't gonna get it.
Special K. Y'all was smoke dragon.
No. We wasn't slow dragging on this. No, this is a parking lot pimping song right here.
Hey, K.
That's a parking lot pimp song right there, yeah.
Now, you ain't lying about that parking lot pimp because I could not. Listen, let me tell you about that, Gary, because I couldn't stand to go inside the club because the lights flashing and it be dark and the music so loud, you can't talk to anybody. It mess with my ADHD. So I would go out there outside of Park West and sit on cars. I had me a little pen and some little pieces of paper, man. That's how I used to get phone numbers back in the day.
Rick, but I don't think he understands the essence of what parking lot pimping is. It's like the time of the night when the club let out, when a lot of the women leave and you go out to your car, you open up the doors, open up the sunroof, take out the top, whatever, and you play songs like this, and you just kind of sit on the car and wait till the chicks walk out, and you try to holler at them. And this one of them songs, it's not so overpowering that you can talk to the girl while the song playing.
Right.
And LL set the mood for you.
Right.
And that's when you take out that pen, get that number, and it's on.
Go in that Park West, man, and buy that girl a Long Island tea. Them Long Island teas was $6. And Eva and Brad, I had a 300 ZX T-top. I had a 300 ZX T-top.
I remember
And my brother-in-law had helped me get here. He had won a lawsuit and gave me some money for my down payment. And I thought I was done. I had already been on HBO Def Comedy Jam, ride around, and just thought I was really doing it, and then you have to write the number down. Chick with the orange dress on with a haircut and a mushroom. You write the number down. You have to describe it because, you can't just take a picture. There wasn't no camera phone back then. Then she hits you up on the beeper, and then you have to stop at the payphone and call her back when she beat you because she beat me 411. What does 411 mean? Huh? When she
call me back.
Call me right back.
911.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah, but what's the one with love, LOVE, upside down on the beeper?
I know the one that was 304.
I think that was
right.
3.
Yeah, that mean hold. That mean hold.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
304. You said hold. We had all kind of codes in the beeper.
Codes.
Really?
Then at one time, man, that girl hit me up on the page. I went to the payphone to call her back and got shot. That was 1995. They shot my ass. So.
But did you ever get the hit?
Did the car go?
She came up to the hospital to see me when I was in ICU.
Oh my God.
Front page coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines. Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 24 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. Here's a quick look at your headline news. Protests have erupted across the country over President Trump's decision to send federal troops into cities where people have been protesting police brutality. So each night for nearly 60 days straight, a wall of moms have formed in Portland, Oregon. Now they're joined by a wall of vets who have band together to protect the free speech of the demonstrators. Officials say that federal agents are illegally taking on the role of the riot police and inciting more violence. Thousands of protesters in Portland refused to leave even after tear gas was used. Protesters in Seattle smashed windows and set fires. And a man actually died during a protest in Austin, Texas. So sad. Other protests were held in Oakland, California, Aurora, Colorado, and Louisville, Kentucky. Also, for 4 days straight, the U.S. has recorded at least 1,000 deaths per day. Experts want another shutdown, but Congress still hasn't decided on another coronavirus relief package. Now, in other news, the first hurricane of the Atlantic season, Hurricane Hannah, slammed the Texas coast. The National Weather Center is now watching another tropical storm wave that could hit the East Coast very soon. Also, legendary television host Regis Philbin died of natural causes on Friday, just 1 month shy of his 89th birthday.
Yeah,
also,
I know that upset you.
No.
I know.
Do what?
Gary?
Yeah, when Regis died.
Yeah, we loved Regis, honey. He wanted to be a millionaire. He was the first host and whatever. And I used to like him and Miss Kathy Lee, baby. They were grand together. But
he was good with Kelly, too.
Yeah, he was good with her, too. He didn't like her that much.
He will definitely be missed. And last, the body of Representative John Lewis will lie in state in the U.S. Capitol starting this afternoon. On Sunday, a horse-drawn carriage carried Lewis' casket across the Edmund Pontus Bridge in Selma, Alabama, the same bridge where the state troopers attacked him and other civil rights protesters in '65. He will be missed.
Yeah, I think they should change that bridge to John Lewis name from the Edmund Pettus Bridge to John Lewis.
They were
Bridge,
talking about it.
I agree.
Yeah, they absolutely should. They absolutely should.
Absolutely. Well, that was a quick look at your headline news. For more on what's trending, log on to the Rickey Smiley morningshow.com. Rock T, let's take a look at sports.
Let's get right into it, man. The Black Lives Matter was all over the sports world over the weekend, starting with the Tampa Bay Rays Major League Baseball team. They tweeted this statement: today is opening day, which means it's a great day to arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor. Of course, the WNBA tipped off their season as well. They was wearing Black Lives Matter t-shirts by the coaches. A lot of the players were wearing Breonna Taylor's name on the back of their jersey. Big things happening over the weekend, including Los Angeles Clippers star Lou Williams. He admitted to going to an Atlanta strip club when he left the NBA.
Magic City.
Yeah, Magic City Club, man. Magic City Strip Club. That's where
you ain't gonna just say it. You ain't gonna just say strip club like Magic City is the.
I was getting to that.
It's the capital of all strip clubs. Much respect.
The capital of all. Yes.
Right.
So he pretty much left the Disney World bubble to attend a funeral. All right. And I guess when he went back to Atlanta while he was there after he attended the funeral, he said, this was his words. He said he put in a to-go order at Magic City Strip Club just to go by and pick it up. But
the wings are good.
Yeah.
You got to get the wings on the
sense. Do that make sense? All the money this man got and people scraping for money.
Yeah, don't nobody want no wings from Popeyes. You have to go to Magic City on a Monday night and get those. It's something. They season those wings different on a Monday night. If you go, what they have on Monday, Brad, it be jumping on Monday.
Man, them shrimp.
And then the snack pack is up there. They doing like Universal Soul Circus stuff.
Come on,
those are not even strippers. Those are trapeze artists.
Okay.
I never seen no chicks do nothing like that. I went up in there with K-Dub and Shawty. Some comedians, man. We went up in there and it was jump. I said, hey, snack pack. I like that right there.
So Lou Williams.
Y'all ain't never seen the snack pack, Rocky. You never seen the snack pack. So that's when one chick she climbed way up on the pole and she lay herself out flat, and the other chick stand on top of her and twerk, and they way up, and then both of them come down the pole real fast like they falling, and they get right to the bottom and stop. Like they do at King of Diamonds.
That's the strip club, though.
That's cold-blooded right there.
That's Peanuts in L.A., Eva.
Okay, Michelle Triple X, got it.
Uzi.
Yeah, I go to the strip club every now and then. Yeah, so, and then get a big comedian Big Sean, me special K comedian Big Sean went, and it was real touching to see the Big Sean said the strippers be in a circle doing prayer before they dance. And said, Lord, let it clap like thunder.
On that note, the Brett got the hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. All right, y'all, let's get up into this thing. Former First Lady Michelle Obama announced that her first guest of her upcoming podcast of 40.5 million viewers is going to be Barack Obama. That's right, none other than her husband, Barack. She says in the caption that during the first show, she'll be speaking to her husband of 28 years in October about the current responsibilities within the community, and in the audio from the video, it sounds like she'll also playfully tease him about being the yes we can man. She said, I'm so excited to kick off my podcast on Wednesday with Barack as my first guest. We'll be talking about our connections to our communities, particularly what our responsibilities are in this current moment. She went on to say throughout this first season, I'll be having more conversations like this one with the people who are closest to me. My mother, my brother stop by, and so does my friend and mentor, Valerie Jarrett. She said, you'll also hear from many of my girlfriends and women who've always been there with a shoulder to lean on, a perspective to think about, or simply an open line to vent to. In this time of social distancing, it's more important than ever to invest in the relationships that make us who we are. She says she can't wait for y'all to listen starting on July 29th. Hashtag Michelle Obama Podcast. That is what's up. Congratulations to her. And y'all got some sad news as we move on. According to TMZ, Biz Markie is reportedly hospitalized at a Maryland area hospital for his type 2 diabetes. So we need to keep him in our prayers. A rep for Biz Markie said that he's receiving the best care from an amazing team of medical professionals, and we remain positive about his outcome. Biz was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in 2011. So we need to solicit the prayer warriors, y'all, for that. And last but not least, Kevin Hart wants this $60 million sex tape lawsuit dismissed. He said he's made a second attempt to have the multi-million-dollar sex tape against him tossed out of court. He said he reportedly requested that the $60 million lawsuit filed in 2019 by the woman in the video, Montia Sabag, be dismissed once and for all. And this isn't the first time. That issue seems to keep existing with all these lawsuit filings. He said when the filing was properly done the second time, a judge should dismiss the case altogether. She filed false claims, and they're beyond the statute of limitations, so he wants this dropped and thrown out. All right, y'all, that's going to wrap up the hot spot. To get caught up on those stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Coming up next, we got Kirk Chef Boudreaux with them quarantine cuisines and the praise mixed down with the White Stone. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
Hey, y'all, give it up, man. Show your love one time. It's time for quarantine cooking with Chef Kirk Boudreaux.
What's going on, man? How y'all doing this morning?
Man, I'm doing good, man. It's Leo season. What's up?
Oh, man, you know about, they don't know nothing about them Leos, man. Let me go ahead and slow it down, baby. They don't know nothing about them LEOs, baby.
Already. What you cooking today, Kurt?
I'm doing vegan meat sauce with spaghetti squash, man.
Wow.
My vegan, man, they be tearing it down, boy. They be like, you don't never do nothing for the vegan. Yeah, I'm like, oh, no, man, come on.
Oh, nice. So this is a vegan option.
Right.
Yeah, it is a vegan. I think I kind of messed up, man. I think I slipped up and added some sugar in there, boy. It was like, well, you don't put no sugar. Don't eat sugar. I was like, well, they do tonight. I don't have to get it today because I can't redo this. I think what's a good vegan meat? That was vegan meat is, man. And I started out with the spaghetti squash. I split it into salt, pepper, a little olive oil, and I baked it at 400 for about an hour. And then I took it out so it looks just like spaghetti. And then you just make it a regular tomato, marinara, little oregano, little garlic, all that stuff in there. Let it cook down, and then you add this vegan meat add that in there, let it cook down, man, and just pour that on top of that spaghetti squash when it come out.
Right.
And you just get the grub on after that. You know, I put a little. I couldn't.
How can we find the video, Kurt?
You can find that at Rickey Smiley Official. You can follow your boy on Facebook at Boudreaux's Catering. You know, Instagram, Chef_Boudreaux1. Guess what, Rick? Man, your boy got a YouTube channel now, man. They can follow me there too.
There it is, y'all. One and only Chef Kurt Boudreaux, yo! Hey, thank you, Kurt.
It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.